like how to help so you can make sure you're ready for some of life's unexpected hazards. Stay ahead of the game with tips from a knowledgeable pro at farmers.com.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Is that a 747?
Only Taco Bell's $5 Cravings deal has 5 of your favorites in one box.
How do planes fly?
So you don't spend your lunch break deciding what's for lunch.
700,000 pounds in the air and no one questions it?
Freeing your mind for so many other thoughts.
I mean...
They're just planes, man. Get over it. Taco Bell's $5 Cravings box with a cheesy gordita crunch, burrito supreme, taco, nachos, and a Baja Blast. It's the only lunch that frees your mind and your cravings. At participating locations, prices may vary. Tax extra.
For more information about contests on this station, go to 1070NBCSports.com/rules.
The Tampa Bay Lightning won their 6th home game and 9th game overall as they defeated the Detroit Red Wings last night 3-2, with the Bolts leading 2-1 in the third period. Braden Point scored the game winner.
Here comes Palat 3-on-3 across the Detroit line to the right point. Chips it deep behind the net. Pursuing is Gordon. Front point open. Shoot, score! Braden Point makes it 3-1. Huge.
Dave Mishkin on the call. Nikita Kucherov and Steven Stamkos also scored for the Bolts. Both of those players now have 11-game point streaks to begin the season. With your Lightning Report, I'm Greg Linnelli.
Welcome back to the Larry Timko Show on 1070 NBC Sports, broadcasted live from our law offices of Andajar and Levine Studios here in Port Charlotte. Tampa Bay Lightning win again last night, 9-1-1. They have not lost at home yet this season. They're off to a franchise best 9-1-1 with another game coming up tomorrow. Oh, I'm loving it. Loving it. I told you this was the Bolts year.
Yeah, it could be. Wait till the playoffs.
And then we got
that's
Penguins.
a total different game. You know what I mean? Like the playoffs in hockey is just a total different season. And you know what? You guys own the Penguins this year so far. So far.
Yeah.
But we will see. We played you both times at home. We'll see when you come into Pittsburgh.
But Nikita Kucherov and Steve Stamkos have scored in every single game.
Yeah, but can Stamkos make it through a full year?
Well, we're deep this year, so I think he can. He's not getting 35 minutes of ice time anymore,
true.
so that helps a lot.
Yeah, that's the most important thing. If he's in the playoffs, I'm scared as a Penguins fan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll probably see in the second, third round. Yeah. That's how we usually.
I can't wait. We'll have to go to a game.
I know it sucks that we missed already one game, but I'm glad you missed it because that 7-1 beating it wouldn't have been fun hanging out with you.
Drive to Tampa to watch my team lose 7-1.
Oh, really?
Hockey, yeah. That would not have been good. I didn't do it, so
I got you.
Yeah, I was too busy. Thank God.
I'm Detroit. We used to be good.
I'm thinking.
Now we might be getting better.
Rebuild, though.
We are.
We were so good for so long.
Yeah.
You can't hold that.
I know, but we have the Lions.
Yeah,
that's true.
We should have something.
Yeah.
Right. The Red Wings last year, that was the first time they missed the playoffs since, 1991 or something like that?
I think it was 91, yeah.
I mean, I was a
94.
Penguins fan. We went 20 years without hitting the playoffs.
Yeah.
But a new great facility.
16 years.
A new arena is great.
Oh, it's amazing. Yeah. Like where they just built Little Caesars Arena.
Did?
Oh, it's phenomenal. It's
Little
amazing.
Caesars Arena?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's an awesome name.
Yeah. I think it. Well, are you going to call it Vasani's Arena if you open a place? Or are you going to do what fans want?
Not Little Caesars.
If I got $1 billion, I'm going to put my company up.
The owner of Little Caesars owns.
Is it Tigers too?
Yeah, Tigers
really?
too. Yeah,
all
he
right.
owns Detroit.
And he owns terrible pizza.
And he's dead.
So we're good.
That's not the worst pizza.
It's
there's
so
worse
bad.
pizza.
I like Little Caesars.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I like
$5. What are you going to get for $5?
Yeah, you're going to be on the toilet for the rest of the night.
A terrible Subway sandwich? That's what you're going to get? Bread.
I don't eat Subway.
Yeah, I hope you don't. It's garbage. Unless they want to be a sponsor.
Oh, man. Well, Dave, you've performed with many wonderful comedians.
Yeah.
You've opened with Dave Chappelle.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
That would have been awesome.
You've Ron White, Dennis Miller. The list just goes on and on and
on.
And who inspired you to get into comedy?
Dave Chappelle, big time.
Really?
Yeah, he was my Killing 'Em Softly from '98. It's probably like my favorite special. And but when I was young, it was like Don Rickles, Bob Newhart, George Carlin. My dad had all these records. Rodney Dangerfield was like my favorite.
Oh, wow.
Joan Rivers. Yeah. So like I really liked a lot of the old school comics.
Yeah.
But now it's, more modern. It was Dave Chappelle. He's my hero. And then when I was 22, 22 or 23, I opened an arena for him for 7,000 people.
Wow.
Which was crazy. And then I ended up opening for him a few more times. It's always a blast.
Nice. My comedy influence is probably the worst ever.
What's that?
When I was a kid, I had it on cassette tape. It was Howie Mandel's Fits Like a Glove.
Ah.
And I listened to
That was a funny. That special was funny. I watched.
had
That's
it
the
on
one where he
cassette
put
tape.
the thing over his head.
I
Yeah.
had it on cassette tape.
I'm going to disagree.
That wasn't that
Well,
bad.
you said it was the one. It's everyone he put the glove on his head. That's all he did.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, yeah,
He had one good special.
He did have one good
He
special
had a
where he
good
made the
hour.
lady like lose her seat. That one was funny.
Oh yeah. That's
But
the
I'll
one.
give you that one. Yeah, that's it. But it's like saying Gallagher is your favorite when you're a kid. And even when I was 5, I'd watch Gallagher and I'd be like, why would anyone be entertained?
No, but you know what's
I
funny?
went and saw him about a year ago.
Yeah.
I literally left the show after 30 minutes.
Yeah.
He has some chops though. If he does his regular stuff and not, hitting watermelons, he has some smart comedy. He is a smart guy. He's just a.
No, he's a genius.
Yeah,
he has a very high IQ, but he's become insane.
Oh, I know.
Lately,
I know.
I'm sure you.
Yeah, he's not allowed back at Vasani's.
There it is.
Yeah, there you go.
What about his brother?
Gallagher too? That was settled in Detroit, that famous court case.
Was it really?
Yeah, going around the country and being Gallagher too.
Yeah.
I would hang myself if I did that.
If your life was Gallagher too. Well, he started promoting himself as Gallagher to get more money.
Well, he has. He's had more specials than any other comedian. I think he has like 8 specials, something like that.
And he's actually had more worse ones than any other comedian.
I'm not protecting Gallagher. I've just seen some. He has some genius jokes.
No,
He
you're
does.
right.
Yeah,
It's weird because he literally did jokes that were for a high IQ and then the dumbest people on earth
loved him
with just hitting melons.
Yeah.
That's it.
I know. It's weird.
It wasn't just melon. It's everything now. Whatever he can find to smash, he'll do.
Whatever
it.
he can afford, I think is what's on sale. When you're trying to pawn off your giant bowling
Well,
pins.
see, you think at this point in his life, he would just put that in the rider. I need 3 watermelons.
Yeah.
That's not allowed.
It's one travel case. It's always ruined.
A roomie used to do it.
Travel out of the country.
A
because you
roomie
can't
used to do in
take-
Vegas. Actually, they had to shut it down because there were so many like bugs and it just destroyed the room.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just disgusting.
Follow him on
allowed.
social media. It's brilliant. His
Yeah?
Facebook feed is insane.
I bet.
Oh, it's great.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't smell too well either. Just so
No.
you guys know. Yeah, he doesn't shower too often.
Yeah.
No, and he likes the pot.
Oh,
Like, way
obviously.
too much.
Does he really?
Yeah.
I
Obviously.
didn't know.
Oh,
that
he
either.
loves pot. Like, he would get
I mean,
into...
I knew he dresses like that, but I didn't think that was really his persona.
Yeah,
No, it's
yeah.
just him.
That was
He
an act.
Just does not care about anything.
It takes a drug to wear a beret.
Yeah. Who is the craziest person you ever performed for or opened for?
Craziest or worst?
Both.
Both.
Oh, okay. Most crazy in a good way, though, is Stephen Wright.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Very interesting, unique guy. Like, he came up to me, he goes, there's one dressing room with a bunch of food and stuff in it. You can have that. I want the 14 empty ones downstairs. And he was dead serious. And I go, how much time do you want me to do? And he goes, 13 and a half minutes. And I did it, and he was like, perfect.
Is he always that low
Yeah,
key?
yeah.
Because you never know if it's an act or not.
No, he's literally just that. I mean, he's a little more amped up than his stage presence, but pretty much that.
Okay.
The worst person I've ever met, if we have a minute, is Michael Richards.
Really?
Yeah, this was right before he had his N-word meltdown.
Yeah.
Well, what happened, I was at a club in L.A., I don't want to say the name, and I was hosting. And mind you, there's like Larry Miller, Kevin Nealon, there's all these A-plus acts. Yeah, like, and Larry Miller, who's the meanest guy in movies, is the sweetest man in real life.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah, he's the nicest. So I got to bring up all these celebrities. I'm hosting in 2 rooms, right? Because there's a back room and then a front room. So they asked me to host because the host didn't show up. So they go, hey, Michael Richards is on next. You need to bring him up. So he pulled up in front and made them block off a handicap space for him to park, like his $180,000 Mercedes. I go in the back room, and the man's doing push-ups. And I walk up, and I'm like, hey, I just want... He goes, you see I'm busy? I go, okay. I was just wondering if I could get your intro. I have to bring you on next. And he stands up, and he's like, what do you want? And I go, I just was wondering what your intro is. And he goes, I don't know, man. I go, do you want me to say Seinfeld? He goes, you calling me washed up? And I go, listen, dude, I didn't mean to I offend you. I came off the wrong way, and I went out to shake his hand. He goes, I don't shake hands. And I go, all right, man. And he goes, listen, here's what you need to do. You go up, you say Kramer from Seinfeld. Everybody's going to know who I am, and you get off the stage. You don't wait for me to shake your hand. You don't do anything. You get out of my way. Do you understand that? And I was like, wow, dude, okay. So I go up on stage after Larry Miller, and I do my hardest 4 minutes of comedy I can do to get the crowd all riled up and amped and excited just to bury him. And I go, ladies and gentlemen, he's one of my personal heroes. Please welcome Michael Richards, Kramer from Seinfeld. He walks up, and I stood there with the biggest crap-eating grin and my hand out. So he had to walk up on stage, and he just begrudgingly shakes my hand and then does the worst 4 minutes of comedy you have ever seen. The crowd loved him and then hated him for the next 4 minutes. And then I ran up on stage so I could make him shake my hand again when he was done. And he just ate it. And I was like, wasn't that great, guys? Isn't he talented? I think he should keep doing stand-up. What about you? And then I'm not kidding. 2 months later, I turn on the TV, and it's him yelling the N-word. And I could have touched myself. I was so excited. I have never been so happy to watch a man lose everything. I'm so happy he doesn't have a career. He was the meanest dude. I've just the mean. And I mean, mind you, that's a radio-safe version of that story. There's a little bit more that he said. He was just the meanest dude I've ever met.
Wow, I didn't realize that.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's good to know.
Yeah, it is.
Which stinks because I love that show. Yeah. I couldn't watch that show for 2 years, and then and I love Curb and all that stuff.
Yeah,
but I had to I have to separate the two people whenever I watch it.
Yeah, it stinks like that. I mean, find out who's intimidating.
And Seinfeld's one of the nicest guys.
I've heard. Yeah.
I've heard nothing but good about him. So it's
Dave Chappelle is my hero. The dude hugged me when he met me, and anybody I've met who's like Brad Garrett's one of my heroes, and I tour with him now.
Oh, wow.
So it's like...
Oh, that picture's funny. Brad's 6'7", 6'9".
Well, I remember
the picture he posted of you guys standing next to each other.
Yeah. Oh, my. I was 5'7". I'm now 5'5". By the time I'm 60, I'm going to look like Peter Dinklage.
It's like Jose Altuve standing next to Aaron Judge.
Yeah. It makes no sense. It looks like he's holding his ventriloquist puppet.
Yeah. See, he seems intimidating, too, though.
No, that's what I thought, too, because he can be so mean. Yeah. In different shows, and he can be so grumpy and nicest person I've ever met in show business. Wow. The nicest celebrity bar. Matt knows him.
Yeah, nice. Okay, cool. All right, let's take another break, and we'll be back more with Dave Landau. Who's performing at Vasani's all weekend long. For tickets, log on to Vasani.net or call 941-629-9191. Welcome back to the Larry Timko Show on 1070 NBC Sports, broadcasting live from our law offices of Andajar and Levine Studios. Dave Landau is studio with us from Last Comic Standing.
Hey.
Cut his chops in Detroit.
Yes.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
That's, you're practically bulletproof.
I am, literally.
You have to be.
Somehow they've missed me every time. I mean, a lot of people have come out of there, really.
Well, I got to okay, because you travel all over the country.
Yes.
What's it like performing, say, in Detroit compared to performing in Biloxi, Mississippi?
Oh, we're not married to our cousins. We have dental care, less Confederate flags in Detroit.
Oh, yeah. Unless Kid Rock's around.
Right. And then he's wearing one as a scarf for some reason.
Yeah.
And, the difference, I guess, I really do think people are really the same. I perform everywhere in the country. I love the South. I love the North. I really do think that we kind of have these weird separations that we force upon each other, but human beings are really, really similar. We all raise our kids the same. We all not all of us. I mean, some people are deadbeats, but you get what I'm saying, people that try.
So there's never been any cultural shock for you?
No, not really.
Okay.
When I first started, I used to go around the South a lot so I could, because I'd never been. So I go to North Carolina, Mississippi, Alabama. I mean, some people in Alabama are the dumbest humans on the planet, but some people there are amazing. Yeah. So it's just depends on what part of the trailer park you're in.
You're in Texas, and everybody in the audience has a gun.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy.
But the only time I ever had a gun pulled on me by an audience member, once was Michigan, but the second time... once was St. Louis, Missouri.
You had a gun pulled on you?
Yeah, a guy pulled out a gun, and I was so frozen. I'm like, are you going to shoot me? And he's like, no, but if I don't like a joke, I'm going to point it at you. And the weird part was no one cared. It was at the Comedy Forum.
Yeah.
No one cared. And then I kept doing the show, and then he kept waving a gun at me. And I'm like, this is so, like, scary. Yeah. And then I walked off, and I had done my 45 minutes, and the owner got mad that I went under my time. I'm like, okay, first of all, if I did, I had a gun pointed at me, and nobody did anything about him, and the guy ran out the side door.
Wow.
Yeah, and the other time was a guy, pointed